And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 30 base. Right, 54. I know he ain't got it. Jack. Yes. Flare. Get it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. To throw is Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Manning going to throw. Completes it to Corey Grant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
5.
Into the red zone now. Manning. Left side, it's Dorsett. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Check. Walk 54. Check the out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Looked to me like they were trying to go off tackle there, but he thought he could bounce that out a little bit further, didn't he?
He did, but didn't work out. Good pursuit defensively and able to force him out behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Rosas puts this one through. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball. Let's go.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Well, the spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Come on, man.
Cowboys
Let's
take
go.
over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return, it's Tate. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Chain Tusa. 54. It's been a long day for you. Hey, nice 7. Get it.
Manning now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's Prescott. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. 67 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. 60 or. 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. And even 40 yards. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Come on.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On play action, it's Manning. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
3rd and long for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the big
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Prescott on 1st down. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm going back to you.
Is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
50, plant.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Barkley. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth quarter lead. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the 29-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch will get 140 tackles last year. Franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning looking to throw it. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 30. 10. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Solid victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake